Halloween Horror Nights 32 is nearly here, and so it's time to give you our house hype lists.
So will we be lost in the darkness?
Or will HHN choose thy fate?
This is episode 574 of the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Pretty sure a bunch of people already turned us off, but we are talking Horror Nights, and not just Horror Nights, but houses and hype lists and all the dark things in between.
Yes.
But it's not just me by myself. No. Joining me for this episode, I have Michelle.
Hey.
I have Lee.
Hello, everyone.
And our guest host again for this week, taking Tracy's place, is Laura.
Thank you. I could never take Tracy's place.
For the last time.
Oh my gosh.
Very last time.
Oh my gosh. Is everybody ready to talk about houses?
Of course.
So ready. Woohoo! Okay. I've done my homework.
Good.
So this year's event is going to cause some serious problems for the podcast. Now imagine, if you will, the barrier between our worlds is a concrete dam. Dr. Oddfellow is putting cracks in this dam. Cracks in the dams create pressure. Left unchecked, the pressure will build, and eventually it will reach a breaking point. And the dam will burst. And when that happens, UUOP will fall.
Oh, no. What are we going to do?
Oh, my.
Well, let's jump into this, right? We have our first house, well-placed. The Last of Us. Now, you and your squad will encounter the haunting and overgrown world of Naughty Dog's video game in a brand new, terrifying way as you make your way through an abandoned Pittsburgh. Join Joel and Ellie, and don't make a sound if you want to survive clickers, hunters, and more. No matter what, keep finding something to fight for. So let's start off with, I don't know, Lee. Where do you have this house at?
I think this might surprise a few people. I've got this at my number 2.
Oh.
Why are you always so contradicting, man? Come on. Come on.
Anyone, like you guys should know what my number 1 is. Michelle especially.
No, there's a couple that it could be.
No, I know exactly what his
Michelle
number
should know what my number 1 is.
Okay. I guess.
You do too. You do.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm super excited.
I think you
for
might have
this.
mentioned it on our podcast when we recorded yesterday.
Possibly.
Lee.
Laura, to be fair, he's mentioned it
like
all
every
over
time.
the place. It's not a secret.
Even before the house was announced, he'd always talk about how he'd love to see another thing like that.
I am
All right.
so immersed in The Last of Us right now. I think I mentioned it, Laura, when I was on with you guys. It's like I've watched the TV show the whole thing 3 times at this point. I replayed the game a few weeks ago. I went back and specifically played just the Pittsburgh section again before I recorded with Russia Fear the other week.
Yep.
I know what my next tattoo is going to be, and I'm still kind of tempted to get it before I come out, but I don't know whether it'll happen. But then I think, again, Laura, when I talk to you, I think this has the potential, it has the biggest potential for disappointment because I expect so much from it that it might not live up to my expectations.
I'm 100% with you on that.
But it has
That's
the
a good
potential to be amazing.
That's kind of how I feel about Stranger Things. Like it's so built up in my head that I worry that it's not going to meet those expectations. So I get you for sure.
So the thing with me is I don't know how to have expectations of how Horror Nights houses because I haven't done them before. So I'm just kind of coming at this from what I'm excited about, just in concept, whatever I can imagine in my head. And can I tell you where I have this one?
Yeah, but let me preface that because you just said something. So but you know Universal, and you like imagine just the queues, right? The queues in the Wizarding World or Kong, and imagine how built out those are. That's how the houses are.
Yeah,
you
like
guys,
it is so real and immersive. It's incredible.
You guys have a unique experience because again, you've never been, so. It'll be interesting to see what you rank, your 10 houses to be at. Go to the event, actually realize what the event is, and then see if those match up to what they did before.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Yeah. So where do you have it at, Laura?
So I have this one also as number 2. I'm quite excited about it. And I like I said, I didn't play the video game till just this week, but I did watch the show. And I watched a little bit as my son was playing the video game when he went through it, and I knew that he loved it so much. He actually sent me, just to take a second here, he sent me maybe the longest text he's ever sent me in his whole life the other day. And it was like, Mom, now I want you to take this seriously. You need to play The Last of Us. It's just such a good game, and it's like a human immersive story. And he just went on and on for a long. I thought, okay, well, I guess I got to play this game, so that's why I've been playing it. But I'm excited about the house.
It is amazing.
Cool.
The game is amazing.
Michelle, where do you have it at?
I actually have it at number 3, but you got to remember, I've only seen the TV series and part of the walkthrough of the game. So although I love the environment that is created from that world, I love the clickers and the whole storyline. I'm definitely not as completely involved in it as you guys are.
And that comes from playing the game. The game is a huge part of it.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, that's what this is based off of, the game specifically.
Yeah,
exactly.
But there's a lot of similarities between the two.
Yeah, without a doubt. I think people who watch the TV show will certainly get enough out of it. But obviously, it's if you're a gamer and you've played the game, then you're going to get so much more out of it.
Yeah. I mean, so I have it at number 1.
Of course.
Wow.
And I do. Well, here's the thing, right? And
It kind of surprises me.
Listen, well, kind of like what Lee was saying earlier about setting myself up for disappointment, right? I don't need this house to be scary. I don't need this house to be anything. I just want to go through this house and experience Last of Us. That's all I'm asking from this house, because even as far as, last year when we almost thought we were getting a Last of Us, right? The game it's pretty much my favorite game ever. Storytelling, it's amazing. Wow. Gameplay is amazing. That game ruined my life in gaming, because after playing through it, I was looking for that high again. That game set a bar so high on what I think a game of that category should be at. Yeah. Then watching the show, I'm like, fantastic. And the way they riffed off it and kind of did their own things, amazing. So I'm a Last of Us whore.
Okay, then.
But I just need to feel like I'm in the game. If I get that feeling, it'll live up to its expectations. But again, I understand how things like these houses go, where it sometimes can fall on its face. We've seen that a little bit with Stranger Things in the past, I think.
The Ghostbusters house from 2019, I was so excited, and there was just something off about that house that I couldn't quite put my finger on it. And I hope this doesn't do that to me. Yeah,
it was probably that you had built it up so much.
Yeah. No, and I'm afraid of the same thing on this house.
That's what Beetlejuice was like for me. Although I wasn't a huge uber Beetlejuice fan either, but I did have it in my head one way, and it wasn't that.
I think the biggest difference between this and the Ghostbusters house is there was none of the original audio from the movie in that house. That's why it felt like a knockoff Ghostbusters house, rather than, we know that Troy Baker and Ashley Johnson have recorded lines specifically for the house, so it's going to have the sound design and voices of Joel and Ellie in the house, whereas that Ghostbusters house didn't have that. And that makes
that's actually. You mean that their voices from the game or from the show? From the game.
So the two actors who play Joel and Ellie have actually come back in and recorded lines specifically for the house.
Whoa.
Which is, I think that also sets the bar a little bit higher.
Yes, it does.
Because now you're going to be able to hear the original voice actors with possibly some new content, maybe, that you've never heard.
Yeah.
Because why else would they be bringing them back like that? I think. That's just my guess.
Oh, please stop.
Wow.
I'm so excited for this house.
I'm glad it's my number 2.
All right.
And Tracy.
What about Tracy? Where does she have it?
Oh, that's right. Tracy. Well, Tracy has this one, and this is why this is why me and her see eye to eye. She has it at number 1.
And it's interesting because she's never played the game. She's watched me play part 2. She's watched the TV show with me, but she knows, I've talked her ear off about it, so she knows a lot about it. I tried to get her to record her hype list, but the last week's been an emotional week for her, so it wasn't a good idea. But yeah, I'm surprised she had it at number 1, to be fair.
I am too.
Yeah.
But there we go.
would
knowing
love to-
other things that are on the list.
Yeah,
Mhm.
for sure. I tell you what, I'm so stressed about this year because, we talked about before, covering Halloween Horror Nights. It's like a full-time job. But unfortunately, I've already got one of those.
You must choose between a podcasting career and what is usually called a normal life. You can't do justice to both.
Look, the podcaster has a special temperament, and he must live his life exclusively with those who understand it. That's why I surround myself with you guys.
And with that being said, the next house is
Stranger Things 4.
I'm going to get tortured for this.
you. Do you have it at 11?
No,
Oh,
actually, I've got
shut
it.
your mouth, Chris. Shut your mouth. You must band together with your squad if you want to resist Vecna's gruesome curse. Take on the scariest season of Stranger Things yet. Like 11, now is your chance to stop him once and for all as you have the ultimate showdown in Vecna's blood-red mindscape. Every ending has a beginning.
Michelle's already got that it's a number one, regardless of anything else that's there. So we might just put that out there right now.
Go, Michelle. What's your number one?
Not
And I
Stranger
worded
Things.
it that way.
Really?
It's not
Really?
Stranger Things.
Wow.
Okay.
No.
All
I've
right.
got Stranger Things
Actually,
at
I know.
number
Two.
2.
I know what your number one is then.
You might not. I don't know.
I think I will.
Ah.
Stranger Things is my number 2. And I put it there specifically to downplay my expectations a little bit. Yes. Although there is one more that I'm even more excited about. I'm going to leave it at that because we'll discuss it later. But not wait for this one, for Stranger Things 4. If any of the seasons ever were meant to be at a haunted event, it's this season. There's so much content in that season that could be put into this house. I'm interested to see what they pull from. And I hope they do it justice because there are so many like iconic things and people and images from that season that have to be in there somehow. And if they're not done correctly, I think it's going to be pretty disappointing, to be honest with you. So I'm a little nervous about seeing it, but I'm also super excited.
So, Michelle, can I just say I've been nodding slowly the whole time you were talking. I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
And I feel like I should go next because I have it at number 1. And
Oh,
yes,
wow.
I
Okay.
wanted
I
it
mean,
there.
I'm not even the biggest Stranger Things fan in like the whole world. I don't even think I own a piece of merch at all that says Stranger Things on it, but it's freaking amazing. And I can't wait to see it in a house. I mean, that's pretty much it. I don't have a whole lot to say about it. It's just going to be awesome.
So good.
Stranger Things, I think, is all you have to say.
Yeah, it's the one that lends itself just thematically to a Halloween Horror Nights house more so than, like, we're going to talk about where Tracy's got it on a list. I won't say it now. I'll let Michelle do that. But I think she's got it where she's got it because of how much we got stung by the last one.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
it
that
wasn't
last
good.
one.
It was horrible.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yeah.
it wasn't horrible,
No,
but there
it
also
wasn't.
wasn't the same content in that season that we have in
Exactly.
this season.
I would disagree with you because I just love. I mean, as a show, content wise, I mean, it's fantastic. I think they did it so much justice on the first house that it just raised expectations so high that when we
Yes,
got
maybe.
the other one, it just kind of it wasn't bad, but it kind of fell flat on what it should have been.
Yeah, but I didn't do that first Stranger Things house, so I didn't come into it with that.
Mm. And speaking of content on that one, Michelle, going back to what you were saying about what they were pulling from or what they would pull from. Again, I forgot where I read this. I think it was one of 1,000, HHN Facebook groups where somebody had mentioned that they knew somebody or something like that, that basically the Stranger Things house, what you see on that poster for it on HHN's website is going to be all the content and pieces they pull from for the house.
Yes.
So you have Eddie with the bats. You got them in the house on the upside down. Then you have Max in the killing
The
scene,
trance, yeah.
the trance thing and all that. So it kind of that's what they're saying, that the poster is everything you're going to see in the house. Which, if it is, hell yeah.
Awesome. Exactly.
And you're going to get sick to death of hearing running up that hill.
Oh, yeah.
Going to be playing in the entire queue for 2 hours.
I'm sick of hearing it just having watched season 4 again.
There'll be no queue in RIP.
Very true.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
1%ing it already. I love it.
Yeah.
So Lee, where did you have this one?
4,
All right.
which surprisingly enough is quite high. But yeah, I think it like you look at Vecna's Mindscape, the house itself, just those 2 locations are exciting to think about inside a Halloween Horror Nights house. I'm intrigued to see how they do the demo bats because they've very specifically mentioned them, so they're going to be there. I'm intrigued to see how they do that.
I hope they pull the bat things out of the Kong ride.
I don't think they're
Put 'em
quite
right
that
into the
big,
house.
but yes, that would be cool. Yeah, it's definitely again, it has that anticipation thing where because the season was so good and because everyone's like, hell yeah, this is going to make an amazing Halloween Horror Nights house, to then go through it and go, oh my god, that was terrible. But I don't think they will.
Chris, where did you have this on your list?
I was having issues kind of where to put it. I am completely hyped up for it because of the show. I love this last season to death, but I have it at number 3.
Okay. I didn't think you would have it that high.
Yeah.
I'm so disappointed in Tracy. Tracy, we're going to have words.
No, I expected. She's not the biggest Stranger Things fan, and to be fair, I think she was kind of burnt out of it by the time we got to season 4.
What I do like is the amount of time in between having the houses.
Yes.
Like it almost gives you a break of not having it back to back to back.
Yeah. Tracy has us at number 6. That's just unacceptable. That's all I'm going to say about that.
I told you she had it low.
You have to take it easy on her, Michelle. She has Korea brain right now. She's not really thinking
Tracy.
it through.
Yeah. And Korean, maybe number 6 really means number 2.
It doesn't.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. That's what I'm going to go with. She just got it. It just got lost in translation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Next up, we have The Exorcist Believer.
And I gave this one to Laura very specifically.
Yeah.
She's a big fan of that
Thank
movie.
you. Angela, Catherine, 2 missing girls have been found with no memory of what happened to them. But wherever they went, the ultimate evil has returned with them. Witness a chilling chain of events as you enter the most terrifying scenes from the new Blumhouse film. Well, nobody's even seen the Blumhouse film yet, so that's weird.
It's not the first time they've done it.
Right. I will.
But I have seen some terrifying scenes from it in just the previews.
Oh, I can't wait.
Really? Oh, yeah, you're all about exorcisms, aren't you? Because you need
I
one.
love an exorcism.
Did anyone? Thanks, Chris. I appreciate it.
Gotcha, bud.
So this one was weird for me because I'm so terrified of this house that I really didn't know where I should put it on a list of 1 to 10. Like, would it be my favorite because it's so terrifying, or my least favorite because I don't even want to do it? But I do have to do it because my son has told me that I have to do it.
Oh, we've told you you have to do it.
It is not. I put it way down on the list because I'm not excited about it. But so I put it at number 8.
Okay, that's higher than I expected it.
And I do think that I'll be doing it because Tayan said I had to.
Oh, no, you will be. I've told you. Me and Brian have already made sure. Me and Chris have already packed. It's happening.
It's happening.
That you can't not go through it either.
But I don't plan to be happy about it.
Oh, no one. I don't care whether you're happy about it or not. Just do it.
That was Maddie with the bugs house last year. She terrified of bugs, like major phobia, but did it anyway. Took one for the team.
Let's be honest, there's someone else on this call that's terrified of bugs, and I've seen the evidence this week.
I'm terrified of real bugs, okay?
Yes.
Nancy.
I need to share that on my Facebook page so the whole world can see it.
Nancy's been listening to it all weekend and just randomly laughing.
Because it's hilarious.
So, Lee, where do you have the Exorcist house?
See, this was a weird one for me because, again, I'm not a massive fan of the original film, and I don't see how an exorcism film translates to a Horror Nights house. So it's not that I'm not looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to all of them. Right? Normally when we do these lists, there's always a couple down the bottom that I'm like, I'm just not interested in them. I have no interest. This year's not like that. I'm interested in all of them, but all to a higher or lesser extent. So because I have no concept of what this can be, and obviously I haven't even watched the trailer for it, to be fair, I've got it down at number 9.
Wow.
Because I just don't know.
That makes sense.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
If it was the original movie, I think it would be much higher because I can kind of conceptualize what I expect from that. This, like I said, I haven't even watched the trailer for it, so I have no idea. The bump there doesn't exactly inspire me.
Well, I heard they're using the water effects for the vomiting.
Water,
I guess.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
It can't be the water
gross.
effect. Have you heard that for real, or are you just winding us up?
No, I'm just winding you up.
So where do you have it, Chris?
Like Lee said, I'm looking forward to every house except for one though. This one
Except
I
for
have
one?
at
Huh.
one that I just don't really care for.
Okay.
This one I have at number 8. I'm not a huge Exorcist fan. I've seen them. It's just, it could be good. It could be one of the more scarier houses, to be honest.
Yeah.
But as far as being, engulfed in the Exorcist and all that stuff, it's just not a huge deal for me. So
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, for me, exorcisms are super scary, and that's always the thing I'm the absolute most scared of. And I've heard you on your other podcast, Michelle, talk about how you love exorcisms, so I can't wait to hear how you have this one ranked.
I surprisingly, it's not up as high as you would think. But I do love exorcism movies. I don't know why. They used to terrify me, but not anymore.
it's because the evil lives in you now.
It's because they're not real.
It is. I mean, out of all of the Horror Night concepts at this event, this is probably one of the more real scenarios, which might make it really cool, to be honest with you. I think it's going to be scary. I've got it at number 5, though, right in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Interesting.
I think the creepy kids. I always like creepy kids in house concepts, so I think that's going to be cool. And I just want to kind of see how they pull it off. I'm hoping to see some different cool effects happening in this house.
By the way, that's what she said.
Is it? Speaking of what she said, Tracy has it at number 2.
I'm surprised.
That was
Yeah, I
great.
am very surprised she's got it this high up. Like I said, I haven't spoken to her about why she's got any of these, where she's got them, but that's like, okay. That surprises me she has it that high.
I wish she was here to defend this.
Yeah, me too.
Well, I just hope that it lives up to her expectations. I want her to be pleased.
I wish we had a good idea of like what our hype lists and actual lists were like, so you could see how close they are. So I knew like is Tracy's expectation for a house usually somewhere near what it ends up being or not? Because I have no idea.
That's a
I
good
wonder what
question.
put this at number 2 for her. Does she like the original exorcism movies?
I honestly don't know. I think I don't even know whether like I've never seen any of them other than the first one.
Okay.
She may well have done. I don't know.
How many are?
Like 3 or 4.
Okay.
So, Michelle, what is this place?
This is where we podcast.
Did you make all these things yourself?
Most of them.
This is beautiful. Oh, if I could do this, you wouldn't find me dancing in the streets for coins.
But you're a wonderful dancer.
Well, it keeps bread on the table anyway. What's this?
Oh, no, please. I'm not finished. I still have to edit them.
Fear episodes. You're a surprising person, Michelle.
And next up, we have Chucky, Ultimate Kill Count.
So coming in at Chris's number 10, Chucky the serial killer doll is back for a new gore fest. He's hijacked his own haunted house with all kinds of bloody hijinks. You and your friends must try to survive his ultimate kill count. Chris, am I right?
You are wrong.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah. And it's higher on my list than I thought I would put it, but I have it there for my own reasons.
Go on then.
I have
Okay.
this one at 7.
Okay. I have no idea what your number 10 is then.
Yeah. I've actually mentioned it before, but good. Yeah, Chucky. I haven't seen the sci-fi show. I'm going to try to watch some of it before going in
It's
there.
okay.
I grew up watching the movies. I had a My Buddy.
Oh my God.
Oh, I still have it. It's under my...
Wherever I go,
Oh, there you
he goes, my buddy,
My
my
buddy.
buddy,
My buddy.
my buddy and me.
I have no idea
Don't
what's going
forget-
on right now.
Kid sister. Kid sister.
It's sister.
That's what the movie's based off of, Lee, my buddy.
I've never heard of but don't forget, I don't live in America.
Is it an American thing, maybe? I guess.
I've not heard of them.
I
I'll
don't
send
It
you a
know.
wasn't as good as Teddy Ruxpin, though.
Yeah.
Oh, Teddy.
That was where it was
Ruxpin.
at.
I do know what Teddy
For
Ruxpin
sure.
is.
That's
Oh,
when
good.
your parents were rolling in the dough.
Yeah.
I didn't have one.
I'm surprised.
Yeah. I don't have much else to say other than I'm interested to see how they do a Chucky house. I think it's more curiosity than hype for it, but maybe.
Have you listened to the Discover Universal podcast about it?
No, not yet. I'm saving that
Okay.
so Alexa and I can listen to them together.
It changed where Chucky is on my hype list. It totally would have been number 10 for me. I've got it at number 7 as well. And that's because according to the Discover Universal podcast, they've talked a lot about like the creations of the different storylines and things. So in this house, it's actually it's kind of a meta house. So basically, Universal said, hey, we're going to do this house on Chucky. They invited Chucky out to see what the house is all about. Chucky himself doesn't think that there's enough kills. He's like totally underwhelmed by it. And so he takes over the house. He animates all of the fake Chuckies in the house and starts killing all the people coming through the house to see it, as well as the team members who created the house. So we're going to actually see like dead team members in
That's
it.
awesome.
Oh my
So it's-
gosh.
Yes. So that concept, I'm like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, if there's not
I
a
would-
dead Mike Aiello in that house, I'm going to be very disappointed.
Dude, I would love to see if they have like a kill for one of the team members that has the flashlight that just pushes you through the entire thing.
Yes.
Like killing off one of those would be so funny.
Yeah.
Yes, that would be great. And it would totally get me because those guys get me anyway.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Yeah, that would be awesome.
So because it's not a house that's just based on the show and like a walkthrough of the show,
Yeah.
because the show's not really that great.
Mhm.
It's all right.
Because it's this, yes.
Laura.
So I wish that I would have listened to that episode before I ranked these, because I ranked Chucky as number 9. And
Okay.
the reason is because I didn't know the story that Michelle just told, that what it's actually about. But like, I have just actively disliked the Chucky franchise ever since the first movie. Like, I'm a total like first new movie nerd. And then like the second one was like, it just went downhill from there, and it's just gone on for a long time. So I'm not a huge fan of Chucky. So I put it at number 9.
Okay. Tracy's
True.
got this at number 4. So
That's
Tracy,
surprising.
So Tracy and I have watched, I think we're up to episode 8 of the first season of the Sci-Fi Show, and it's okay. It's exactly what you would expect a 2023 update version of Chucky to be. It's very much along those sort of Ash versus Evil Dead sort of Sabrina-y, but a little more adult.
Juvenile.
Yeah, it is, but it's not. It's exactly what you would expect a TV show to be based on that character to be right now.
Yeah.
To be fair, we've just kind of chucked it on in the background and just kind of gone about our business. I do like the one of the best bits about it. I think I mentioned this when I was on Russia Fee with you guys. You know, when they do the previously on whatever episode it is, so they have Chucky do it, and we were like, did I just hear that right? So I think it's like episode 3. It goes, previously on Chucky, and I was like, that is the best thing ever. So it's all right, but again, I had it really low on my list until I listened to that episode, and I'm like, that sounds like an awesome concept for a house. It really does.
Just talking about it makes me more excited
Yes, but this
Yeah,
this
me
house
too.
is going to stand or fall on how well they do the Chucky dolls for me.
now. Mhm.
Yeah.
If they do them well, then it's going to be awesome. If they
Well, they're not supposed to look great, right? I mean, it's still an animated doll.
no, but I still want it to look like a decent puppet and a decent. I don't want it to be a static figure. I want it to be a puppet. So I'm trying to think whether I've been through a house with something. Because like, if you look at Chupacabra last year, there wasn't a lot of movement.
They had one puppet.
Yeah, but was there? I don't think there was a lot of movement on them though.
I could have sworn there was.
Not really.
I
no,
don't
not a
remember.
ton.
No, they were very static from what I can remember.
No, the mechanical. Yeah, actually, because it was a puppeteer. It wasn't mechanical, but it was It was just kind of like 2 or 3 movements. You're right. I thought there was I could have sworn there was like a puppet, like without mechanical pieces to it, just strictly somebody moving
Puppeting.
around.
I don't
Yeah.
think
puppeteer.
so. Not that I remember.
That'd be cool.
Well, we know there's going to be at least one good one, the one that they used in the scare zone, who was very interactive. And
Yeah, but
I'm
then that's-
hoping that they have an interactive element to this house where they're actually talking to like people as they go through, telling them to get the out of his house, like stuff like that. That'd be great.
Like the Beetlejuice house, where they have Beetlejuice at the front there. Yeah, it's going to come down to very much down to those puppets. And again, it's one of those things I explained to you, Laura, going through the houses. Those are the ones that can be very hit and miss because it's all about timing. And if you miss them, then you miss them, and it's kind of cacky. But
yeah.
I've got this at number 7, the same as Michelle. Not because I put it this way, this would have probably been 8 or 9, and this lifted it up above a couple because of that. And you're like, but you've just said it was a really awesome car. It is, but everything above it, I think, is just going to be so much better.
Yeah, it would have been number 10 for me if I hadn't listened to that backstory.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting to see where everyone's got everything at the moment.
Hey, Chris.
What's up?
Blah. Your mother cooks socks in hell.
Do you have a demon in you? The power of Chris compels you. The power of Chris compels you. All right. The final IP house is Universal Monsters Unmasked.
Descend into the Paris catacombs where you and your squad will face a new horde of monsters. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, the Phantom of the Opera, the Hunchback of Notre Dame, and the Invisible Man.
You Americans.
Go ahead, Lee. Correct her, Lee.
Yeah, I'm going to correct her on 2 at this point. That is Dr. Jekyll, and it is Notre Dame. Notre Dame is somewhere in America that you guys pronounce wrong all the time anyway. It's Notre Dame. It is a foreign word. It's not Notre Dame.
Water. Okay, so Laura, where do you have this on your list?
So this one I have on my list at number 5. And the reason is because I'm pumped to see the Catacombs of Paris. I figure this is the cheapest way to go see them because I haven't been to Paris. So this is just going to be included with the price of my HHN ticket. So I'm excited to see the Catacombs of Paris, and I may or may not run into some Universal monsters along the way, which I'd be very excited about.
Yes.
I'm very disappointed in Tracy right now.
I know. I'm really surprised by her list so far. Okay, Lee, where do you have it?
See, this is funny because if you go back to 2019, I hated that Monsters House that year. Like, it was awful, and which made me rank Legends Collide last year as my number 10, and it was amazing.
Wait, which one was 2019?
The full, it was just all the monsters with the dead
tortoise.
tortoise.
Yeah. Oh, you thought that was terrible?
It was awful. It was my number. It was mine and Tracy's, both our number 10s that year. It was horrible. It just did nothing for us. Legends Collide last year was amazing.
So good.
And then this year, again, like Laura, the Catacombs of Paris is the perfect setting. And again, I called Hunchback about 8 months ago because I saw the Horror Nights team go out to Notre Dame to visit like the cathedral and stuff. So I'm like, yeah, that's going to happen this year. Having just watched the only one I haven't watched of these yet. I haven't seen Hunchback, and it's on the list to watch before we come out. The horrible films. I'm sorry, people are going to torture me for it, but they're so bad.
Well, I mean, you gotta understand where they came
Nothing
from.
happens in them, really. And Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, I am going to call it by its name, is weird. It's really creepy. He's a bit of a pervert, really, when you watch it. And then, the woman he kills, she's a bit of a slut, to be fair.
Oh, God.
Oh, she wants it
she
badly.
She deserves death.
She wants it badly off him.
I don't know that you
She
said that.
kissed another gentleman on a cheek. Killer.
No, it wasn't that. She was... Anyway, you need to watch that film. She's a right slag.
She showed her ankles.
No,
it was a
way
different time,
no,
man. We used to be able to smoke on airplanes.
It got way above ankles, put it that way. I was surprised how far it went. Anyway... it's going to be interesting to see.
His wife hasn't been here for 3 months, guys. It doesn't take much.
He saw
How dare that woman in the movie enjoy her own femininity?
He saw a shoulder, and that was it for him.
She's a witch.
She
Burn
was
her.
asking for it.
What?
Are we finished?
Kill her.
We're finished.
God. So, Lee, what number
Maybe.
do you have this at?
Number 3.
Okay.
Wow, that's pretty high.
Well, I thought it would be high on his list. And to be fair, I thought Tracy would too. And Tracy has it at number 7.
She's a way bigger Monsters fan than I am, and I'm surprised she's got it down that low.
Chris, where do
Maybe
you have it?
I probably get yelled at. I have it at number 9.
What?
A number 9.
Chris,
Number
what did
9.
you think of Legends Collide last year?
I enjoyed it. I think it was probably one of the best like set pieces. Like just the entire house, the build out is phenomenal. I enjoyed pieces of it, but I felt, and again, they did tweak it a bit, so it got a little bit better for me. But the first like 2 run-throughs on that house, it just fell flat again for me. There was a big chunk in the middle that just was not doing anything. Again, they did make some changes, and I did enjoy it more, but it wasn't very high on the list. It wasn't on the bottom though.
Wow.
And I don't have this one low because I'm not looking forward to it. I'm actually looking forward to this one, but there's other things here that catch my attention more, and it just kind of took priority. That's the only reason why. It's not to say that I'm not looking forward to this house.
Okay.
Well, I've got it at number 4
Yeah.
because I am looking forward to it. I've enjoyed the Universal Monsters houses more and more each year.
Yeah.
With last year just being phenomenal. Like phenomenal. Loved it so very much. And same with Laura. I really am loving this setting, the Paris Catacombs. I think that's such a cool idea. And these monsters are so unique. Like they're not the ones that you really think of when you think of Universal Monsters. So I'm interested to see how they tie them all together and put them into a house. I think it's going to be cool.
Yeah.
I hope there's cockroaches in there. Real ones.
As long as they're not real, Lee.
No, I want them to be real
Florida.
ones. I want to
They're
see
gonna be real.
Michelle
I
scream
promise
and
you.
go, "Help me! Help me!"
You know what? If I wasn't being told to kill it, I would have been fine. But she wanted me to kill it,
No, don't
and it was
kill it.
running at me. Chris,
Mhm.
take us to a damn ad break. At least me off.
Wow.
Okay.
Your wife
we're
posted it
gonna-
on social media. She put it there for us all to see. I'm just going to take what I've got. That's what she said.
We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to take this offline, and we'll be back, and everybody will be so much happier.
Man, we need a vacation.
Oh, I got this.
Whoa, that's awesome. But I was thinking something a little more adventurous.
Okay, how about this?
Yes! And how about some relaxation from Mama?
Oh, perfect. How did you do that?
Easy. Portkey Vacations.
For your next vacation, let Portkey Vacations take away all the guesswork and stress of planning. From air and hotel to theme park tickets and everything else in between, they've got you covered. Just visit PortkeyVacations.com and touch the Portkey to get started with your free, no-obligation quote request. With just one touch, and Portkey Vacations will magically take you wherever you want to go.
Welcome back. What I said before is not true. They're still fighting.
Always.
Only on the show, guys. We really do love each other, I promise.
Michelle, are you all right?
I'm trying to learn how to whistle.
You don't know how to whistle?
Well, does it sound like I know how to whistle?
Right.
All right, on to the first original house, and that is Dr. Oddfellow's Twisted Origins. You won't be able to resist going inside Dr. Oddfellow's menacing menagerie of twisted oddities. But the price for you and your friends is steep. The cost of your souls to feed his immortal power. I'll just start off by saying this is my number 2.
Okay.
Nice.
Of course, that
Wow.
doesn't surprise me,
I-
actually.
Well, is it?
Yeah, because you're all about the Horror Nights lore, aren't you?
Yes, and when I went down a rabbit hole of this one YouTube video, I'm like, hell yes. I love the backstory. I love the fact, like, there's so many they just went all out with this Dr. Oddfellow backstory and how they were able to kind of, weave different bits and pieces of Horror Nights lore together with him is, I think it's fantastic. I love it. I'd literally watch a movie on this guy based off of what I've read so far if I could.
Yeah.
So yeah, and the fact that there's any association whatsoever to Jack is also just it just drives it right up the list. So yeah, I have this at number 2. Here we go with. Let's Michelle, where do you have this at?
This is my number 6. And that's really just because that's where it fell with other things I'm more excited about. I too love the lore aspect of it. I love that Universal is really digging in deep and giving HHN fanatics something to sink their teeth into. I think that's really cool of them. I think it's just the whole concept, Dr. Oddfellow's twisted origins. I think it's going to be creepy. There's going to be some weird stuff. And I think we're going to see a Jack cameo, not Jack himself, but maybe pre-clown Jack, or maybe see him being murdered, or we're going to see some form of him, which I'm kind of looking forward to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it would be if you don't get to see Jack. Because if you look at some of the merch in the All Hallows Eve boutique, like Jack's part of that Oddfellow thing, so you're going to see him at some point in it, without a doubt.
Yeah, little baby Jack, maybe. Who knows?
Well, you might get to see
little
Jack,
baby Jack.
Yeah, Jack before he becomes the Jack the Clown we all know, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He was just a hard-working circus guy that was providing for his family.
Yeah.
And then boom, immortal.
Lucky Jack.
Yeah. Lee, where do you got this at?
I don't know. I'm going to have a look. I've got this at number 6. Again, just purely because the 5 above it I'm more excited for.
Yeah.
The circus thing doesn't really grab me either, if I'm honest. It's kind of done to death, isn't it, really? The whole clowns and circus thing. But I do like that they've sort of retrofitted a lot of the lore into... I mean, obviously Oddfellow was part of Jack's history, but then they've really fleshed it out now for him to become... And he is an icon. Mr. Mike Aiello has officially said on Twitter that he is an icon. So it has the potential to go up my list a lot. I think everything above it just has the potential to be better, but this could be a really dark horse for me. Like it wouldn't surprise.
Could.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if this ends up in my top 3.
Yeah. I mean, and yeah, circus has been done to death for sure, but this isn't like your normal circus.
No.
This is like a circus of oddities. It's more of a freak show.
Mm-hmm.
Dark
like
circus. Yeah.
Laura, where do you have this at? Coming in as somebody who has no idea about this lore at all.
Yeah, so up to about a week ago, I had never even heard of Dr. Dr. Oddfellow. See, exactly. I don't even know his name. But see, the thing is, though, since then, and like in the last week or so, I've been trying to learn about him and listening to various podcasts, and everybody seems so excited about this guy, and they want to tell you all about the history and everything. And every podcast I've listened to has some version of them telling the story, including the Discover Universal podcast doing the audio plays recently on this. Anyway, it's made me very excited, and I feel like I have missed out on all of this. So I put this at number 3, right behind Stranger Things and The Last of Us, because I am super excited to get involved and learn and, be part of his story, because, I missed out on 20 years of it so far. So I'm excited to be in it.
Well, it's like you, Michelle, to be fair. Like Jack is kind of before your time as well, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, I mean, so my first year was 25.
Oh, so you would have been introduced. Yeah, but you didn't really. Yeah. You were very much eyes closed.
He
at that
was
point,
already a thing.
Yeah.
By that time too.
But then that year was, I think I've said it before, if you were going to 25 as your first year, you're getting basically a cliff note of 25 years of Halloween Horror Nights. It's the ideal year. I
mean,
to
I
start.
had no idea. I did no research, nothing going to 25. So I didn't even watch the show. I didn't watch Carnival of Carnage.
I was going to mention that.
What?
Yes,
there's a show?
You are correct that you would have caught up on all that, but you wouldn't care unless you are already a fan, I think.
Right.
So it doesn't let you appreciate.
Yeah.
Like I bet you Michelle would love, as most of us would,
To go back
to go
now.
back and
Yeah.
redo a 25 with the knowledge we have and
Yeah.
with the appreciation we have of the event now.
Agreed.
Oh yeah, for sure. Time travel ever happens, I'm hitting every single year HHN. That's my first goal.
Can I go with you?
Hell yeah.
All right. Cool. Tracy had this one.
She's trolling us.
Tracy.
She's trolling
She
us.
has to be. There's some. This is the joke. Come on, Tracy. She has us at number 8.
I wish she was here. I want her to
I
defend
really
that
wish she was
decision.
here.
Did she just pull these out of a hat?
I have no idea.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to talk about this in person. But yeah, she has this at number 8.
Yeah, I'm surprised she's got it that because she's a huge Jack the Clown fan. I am surprised.
Yeah. Okay, so the next original house that we have is Dueling Dragons. Choose thy fate.
And in this house, two warlocks of great power were turned into dragons after trying to take Merlin's spellbook. Now you and your friends are caught in their epic battle. You must choose a path and a victor.
Who's Victor?
You got to choose him.
I don't know who he is. Oh, Victor Frankenstein.
Path's cousin.
Who?
Just go.
Just go.
Path's cousin. Is that
So-
what you just said?
Yes, choose a path and a
Oh,
victor.
Chris, get your
It's a really
coat.
bad dad. Yeah,
Oh, God, that was a bad dad joke, Chris. You're not even a dad yet.
I know.
Yes.
So Chris, since you made a bad joke, where do you have this house ranked?
This one is ranked at number 4 for me.
Mhm.
I am beyond stoked for this house. I love the fact, which I don't know if it is the first time, but using like one of the like a land IP from their just an original thing that they created a long time ago. That was a land and a ride, one of their best rides I think they've had. Turning that into a house and then giving it this kind of lore and stuff to go along with it. It's very high expectations. And then the fact that that it says choose thy path, where we may have, I think the first time ever as well, have a house that
No, not the first time.
Which other one have we had?
I haven't been to it, but apparently there was one a long time ago.
What, they did 2 paths?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes. Kenneth is my co-host for Rush of Fear.
I'm gonna reach out to him. I'd love to know which one.
I will ask him while you're talking.
Okay. With that being said, we've kind of talked about this before, whether or not it's going to be a dual path house, whether or not it's going to be an entire dual path, or just at the end you kind of pick which way you're going. Yeah.
So there was actually it was one of the history episodes that we did too.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it now. It was in Nazarman's.
Yeah. I can't remember the name of it though. I've texted him.
Was it an entire dual path?
2. So it says back in Florida, Halloween Horror Nights 6 through 10 followed the formula developed by Halloween Horror Nights 5 in 1995, growing from 15 nights to 1996 to 19 in 2000. There were 3 haunted houses each year, although from 1998 on, 2 each year were dual path houses for a total of 5 experiences.
Yeah.
Interesting. So my first year was 03, so that would make sense why I never did any of those.
That's interesting. Why it's took them so long to do another one.
Well, they probably saw it as they had to do it back then to provide more experiences, and since they grew out their houses, they're like, well, we don't have to do dual
Right.
True, yeah,
anymore.
makes sense.
Well, and conceptually, it probably is a nightmare now
yeah.
with the amount of crowds that we have compared to back then. But I'm glad they figured it out.
Hopefully.
I'm still not sure what it's going to be. I don't see it being the whole house of like 2 paths. I think you'll have to do like the queue was, like midpoint, you'll get the choice to go. But then I don't, like, are you going to have people blocking the path going, oh, I don't know which way to go? And I just don't see how it's going to work.
Yeah.
Nah. They'll have somebody there telling them to move along.
That's not choosing thy path.
Yeah, that's
being told.
hurry up,
by path.
just pick
Well,
one.
they won't tell them to which one. They'll just say, go. Pick one.
Yeah, but then, I don't know. I can
Crowd
see it.
mentality will occur,
Yeah.
and everybody will go on that one
I
side.
can see it being a nightmare.
Well, when you go in the Men in Black queue, you have to choose thy path, left or right, and it seems to happen pretty seamlessly.
Same and The Mummy.
Yeah, you just kind of go.
It's not really
And
the
I figure it'll
same.
be labeled red or blue, so you kind of know like which kind of one you're going towards.
I do hope they have like.
I'm
a hot
gonna
room,
I'm gonna
cold
say
room.
I think Michelle and Laura are giving theme park people far too much credit right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never been to one of these houses, but I don't know. If you get to choose, and everybody, some people do take a very long time to choose anything.
Yeah, and coming from a place where you aren't even allowed to look longer than 2 seconds at something and stop.
Exactly.
It's I don't know how that's going to work out.
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, maybe they did something unique that we're not even thinking of.
Well, to be honest, in my scary days, I have chosen my path quite often by making a wrong turn when I had my eyes closed. So it was fine. It worked out fine in the end.
Last year, I chose the wrong path and was told by Michael Myers to go the other way.
Awesome. In
That
character,
was
I
awesome.
hope.
Yeah. Oh, he was in character. He like comes out, he's looking at me, he points his knife the other way. I'm like, thank you.
Awesome.
Just looking for the bathroom.
That's great. Okay. This is my number one.
Of course it is.
Whoa. Wow.
Yes. This is my number one, which is interesting because I wasn't even a huge fan of the coaster, only because like my days of going to Universal as an adult, Krista was a baby and I was still like in that overprotective mother stage where I was afraid of doing things. So I didn't ride it a ton. But I love the concept that they are taking a property that really doesn't have much to do with horror necessarily. It was one of their old attractions and they're pulling it into horror nights and making it a horror house. I think that sounded really bad.
Did you just say
Making
a
it
whore
haunted house? They're not making it a whorehouse.
Where's this whorehouse at?
Christopher, you're married.
I'm asking so I can avoid it. Dude, what were you thinking?
Yeah, Lee's looking for more people that deserve to be killed.
He wants to see more ankles.
I'm looking forward to seeing this past attraction be turned into a haunted house. And I love dragons. I love dragons so very much. And I love when HHN does some really big like finale scene in one of the houses with something like they had the Mind Flayer the one year. They had the big thing for Killer Clowns. What was that?
Clownzilla.
Yeah, they had that. I love when they do something really big like that. That's very unexpected.
Mind Flayer?
They're going to have to be two. She
Yes.
said Mind Flayer. They're going to have two.
I hugged the Mind Flayer. Like I loved it. So cool. So I'm so hoping, and I will be devastated if they don't have some giant dragon heads coming out in this epic battle in the last scene. I mean, it's just going to be phenomenal. And then also there's fire and ice, and we know what Universal does with like temperature in houses, which is always a really cool thing. I just think this is going to be a really awesome house.
Wow. That's awesome. So Lee, where do you have this house ranked?
I've got this at number 5.
What? Oh my God.
Purely because the 4 above it interest me more. Does this have the potential to be amazing? Of course it does. And I want it to do well because I'd like to see them do more of this. Although there's been a discussion this week in the Producers Club and beyond that there aren't too many they could actually do. Like probably one, honestly. But I think that one would work as quite a decent house as well, to be fair. I'm just concerned at how this dual path thing's going to work, knowing how people can be, especially you get to 10 o'clock on a busy night when people have consumed quite a few alcoholic drinks. It could be a mess.
It really can. I do think like to do this is a pretty ballsy move.
It is.
In the year 2023 of Horror
Yes.
Nights, just because of how bad crowds are. And so my optimistic brain wants to say that they have something figured out, or maybe it's even simpler than we thought it was.
Maybe.
Like the exit, there's just 2 exit signs. Just go through one of them.
Yeah. Maybe that's but then it's still, there's got to be a point where you're choosing which way you go. I didn't look. I feel like I'm being overly negative. I'm not. I'm really excited for it, but I just know the potential for it to be a show is there. But I hope it's not. I hope, like Chris said, they've figured it out and that it is going to be awesome. Because I'll be honest, I don't actually remember a lot about the queue for that attraction. It's been a long time since we've been through it. My brain doesn't retain information like it used to. But I love the concept of it, taking an old attraction. Like, who's not going? Who is a Universal fan that isn't going to be excited for this house?
Mm-hmm. Which is why I'm surprised you have it so low.
Maybe we should skip me then.
Like,
because I am an old Universal fan,
Where are you?
especially an Islands of Adventure fan. But the thing is, I never rode this coaster.
That's
and
fair
I
enough.
don't regret that I didn't ride it, because every time Brian would ride it, he would tell me like it made him a little woozy. And I thought there's no way I could ride it. It would
Do you-
just make me sick.
It
Do
was
you not ride
intense.
coasters? Or
I do. I ride coasters more now than I did then. I probably would ride it now if it was still there. But still, I know it would be one that would make me pretty I don't know. It just seemed like a rough one.
I used
So
to
I never
struggle
rode
with it.
So I don't feel connected to it. I don't feel connected to the story. I mean, I do love Merlin. I love all Merlin type stories. And hearing Michelle talk about this house, I think this has a potential to be pretty awesome. But I ranked it as number 7 on my list.
Okay, I thought you were
that's
hinting it was going to
sorry.
be lower.
Yeah,
No, it's fair because you don't know the story and everything behind
I
it.
don't know the story. Yeah. To be fair, I think that it could be much higher after I actually do it, because I love the idea of the sets, big set pieces, something that looks like bigger than something that I would see inside normally would be cool.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well, speaking of choices, Tracy put this right in the middle at number 5.
first one me and her agree on.
Oh, perfect. You're in perfect harmony.
made for each other?
We'll see.
I think Tracy's list is going to vary extremely greatly from her real after the event list versus the hype list.
No, it depends how quickly she gets back onto her own time zone.
True.
She might
So,
go through it in a
Chris-
complete funk for the
sorry.
entire event and just not know what the hell's going on.
Oh, I hope not.
She'll be on Florida time before you know it.
Phew, I wouldn't bet on it.
So, Chris, you guys talk about the fact that you don't get scared in the houses all the time. How is it that you're never scared?
Who says I'm not?
What are you scared of?
Let's see. Scorpions are pretty creepy.
Yeah, they are.
All right, the 8th house is Yeti Campground Kills.
You and your friends are about to venture into a 1950s campground overrun by huge, menacing Yetis who rip apart anyone who gets in their way. You must flee to the Ranger Tower to escape. All right.
Just go straight to it.
Lee, go ahead. Tell us where you have it.
So I've got this number 10.
Yeah, right.
Minus the 0 at the end.
Of course, this was my number one. Everyone knows that Yeti Terror of the Yukon at 2019 is my favorite house of all time. It was amazing. For me, it was the perfect Halloween Horror Nights house, which, again, going on the conversations that we've had already tonight, maybe I'm setting myself up for some major disappointment because this has some big boots to fill. But
Oh, yeah.
if they do it justice of how well they did that house, but in a different location, this is well possible be my number one. That house was phenomenal. And like I say, just from what they've said already, we're going to get baby Yetis. That could be quite interesting. I want to see baby Yetis ripping people's bits off.
Yes.
And
So you think baby Yetis are violent too?
I hope so. What's
Of
the point in
course,
them
they gotta
being there
eat
then?
too.
They learn from their parents.
Yeah.
Don't baby tigers eat people just like mama tigers do?
Exactly. I want to see baby
I guess
Yetis
so.
pulling babies to bits.
Oh God, that got dark real fast.
Babies.
Yeah. Well,
you
if-
want the little chest thing with a little baby?
Yeah. Oh, that would be amazing. Yes.
The
Yeah.
dingo ate my baby.
But
The
this
Yeti ate my baby.
that house that year was just it was great from the start and just got better every time I went through it. So this was always going to be my number one this year. And I don't need to say anything else.
Awesome. I'm very excited about this house as well. When I look at my list, it's not as high as I thought it was because I am so pumped. Like my favorite kind of horror is the campiest possible horror. And you know, what's less campy? What's more campy than an actual campsite? And the 1950s campsite, that's going to be amazing. I was not on board with thinking that Yetis were inherently violent. I thought they were more like Sasquatches, but apparently people tell me that they are very violent and scary. So anyway, I'm very excited about this house, but I have it at number 6.
Okay.
That was cute. Apparently, Sasquatch are not so nice. I see Laura like running into one in the woods on her hikes and being like, "Oh,
yeah,
it's so sweet, sweet little Sasquatch. Can I pet you?"
No, I would offer him some of my camping snacks.
She's like, don't pet the baby. It'll kill you.
Oh, so that exact reason that you just gave, Laura, is probably the reason why it is lower on my list.
Are we going to fall out?
I have a feeling based on lots of things that I've heard about this house that it is going to be very campy. No pun intended. And a little more comedic than I want.
That.
But apparently people, Yeti Terror of the Yukon was supposed to have been a little comedic too. I didn't think it was. So if it's on the same caliber of Terror of the Yukon, then it's going to move up real high on my list. But if it stays campy and silly, then it's probably going to stay at number 8, which is currently where I have it. Sorry, Lee.
No, you're not.
I am.
I'm disgusted.
So Lee, the one that you loved so much. Now was it campy or was it very serious?
I don't
did you
think-
feel like it was silly?
I don't think any of them are serious, to be fair, but I didn't feel like it was campy at all.
No,
Okay.
I didn't either.
I mean, and again, I'm not using that as a bad adjective. I'm saying I love that, but I didn't know if that's what it was like or not.
I don't think so.
No, and it was very cold because it was in the Yukon, so lots of snow and like it was a very cold house, which was very cool.
I think it was a little bit more lighthearted than some of the other things we saw, though.
Really?
Not campy. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you got to see a ranger get completely destroyed and stuff like that, but it felt lighter, I guess. I don't know. It didn't feel dark. And that was just me, I guess.
Well, see, that was still during my scared age, so I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but yeah. So, Chris, where do you have this one on your list?
This one I have right in the middle at number 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm totally looking forward to this. Like I said before, it's not because I don't have it there, because it's not. It's just the other things I'm looking more forward to. But yeah, the other house was just so good. I'm hoping this lives up to that one or even better. That'd be awesome. So
I'm worried it won't. I'm being very pessimistic about it.
maybe that'll make it higher on your list because we're all looking forward to it. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe. And Tracy has it at number 3, which I think is a respectable spot, actually.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
She didn't love the last one as much as I did.
Yet she put it at number 3.
No, I'm
Higher
saying she
than other
didn't.
things that I thought that she would have. Interesting.
All right. Our penultimate house is The Darkest Deal. A blues musician, Pine Straw Spruce, will have to face the music after meeting with the Collector and trading his soul for musical glory. You and your squad learn the terrible price of fame.
It's a paparazzi.
Lee, where do you have this at?
Number 8.
Number 8.
Again,
8 is great.
I just don't really know what to make of it. I'm hoping it's not the greatest house in the world, just a tribute. Kind of. I hope they take some inspiration from that. Please do. But I don't understand how it translates into a Horror Nights house, and that's probably the biggest reason why it's low down on my list. I just genuinely don't know what to expect from it.
Yep, that's the same with me, Lee. I actually have it at number 10 for the exact same reason. I think it's a cool like storyline, that I'm familiar with. but how I just can't picture how they're going to translate fame into a house.
Well, I mean, you are selling your soul to the devil.
The devil will appear.
Yeah, it worries me that they're going to
Which is
have to
cool.
spend too much time at the beginning trying to tell the story of him selling his soul to the devil before you
And
actually
I feel
get
like they
into...
want to bring in the blues music to it so that we have that. I mean, I haven't done this before, but it seems like they might spend a little bit too much time developing that story.
It
Before it gets scary.
Yeah, it smacks of Spirits of the Coven from last year, which worries me.
You're not the first person that said that.
Yeah, it feels like that house from last year, and that was not a good house.
Okay. Laura, what do you got at that?
So I have this one at number 10. And I'll have to say that I looked up the movie trope or the story trope of the deal with the devil is just something that I don't enjoy. I don't like it. And it's actually the Faustian story trope of the deal with the devil thing. I just feel like it's overdone over time, and it seems like it's a way to explain away the way that people get really good at something. And I just don't think that's very fair, because people who are excellent, like in this case, blues musicians, like if you became an excellent blues musician, it's not because you made some deal with the devil, it's because you worked really damn hard. And, we shouldn't make up stories to try to explain why that would happen. So anyway, I'm just not excited about this one as much.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I have this one at number 6.
Okay.
I'm just being open-minded to it. I kind of enjoy those deal with the devil situations. So like I think back on in general, like I think back on like an anime called Death Note, where you trade your soul for this thing. It's always the thing that you want, but there's always that catch to it. Or like even going back to the old Twisted Metal video games, where like you get this thing, but at what cost? So just from that premise, and not to say that that's going to translate to this. Plus, I love music houses at this point. The Weeknd, did it for me last year.
Yeah.
So I'm just being open-minded on this. I'm not just, I have it pretty high on the list just to be open-minded, but this is kind of one of my gamble houses where I'm like, I think this might hit right.
Might be great.
Yeah.
And Chris, I think Brian's right there with you. He actually argued with me when I talked to him about how I feel about it. And he said kind of the same thing, like, well, it's going to be music, but also like that deal with the devil story is a classic. And, it's all about how it pays off, and it pays off always very poorly for the person who makes the deal. And that's what will be fun in the house, is to see that.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I want to see. Like, I want to see at the end, it's not just a come down to hell with me because I have your soul.
Yeah.
I want something messed up. Like, he became famous, but now his arms don't work, or something like that. Where, just something messed up. Where it's like, what's a twist kind of thing.
And that's the problem. You just can't see what it's going to be.
Yeah. I will say, just hearing what you guys said earlier, I do see one of the problems being how to tell this story, because the things that I'm saying take a while to get you intrigued and then into the story and then giving you that catch at the end. So hopefully it doesn't drag on too much. But we'll see. Yeah. Gamble house for me.
Yeah. Okay.
And Tracy had this one at number 10.
Yeah.
So
I mean, me, Laura, Michelle, and Tracy all kind of had it in the same place.
Yeah. It makes sense. Again, it's hard to see it as a house. So that makes sense around there.
And that could go for it, to be fair. With low expectations, it could end up being quite high eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I last year had The Weeknd on like probably number 10, and I have to look back, but it was super low.
Yeah.
And then it ended up being one of my faves. So you never know.
It's like
that was a surprise house for most.
Yeah. I mean, I had Legends Collide at my number 10, and it was like my 2 or 3 or 4. It was in the top 4. I know that much. But yeah, anyway, Chris, I don't think we've ever talked about this. Why do you enjoy this stuff?
Because I'm a horror fan.
A horror fan? Chris, where are you from?
Well, I'm from South Florida.
Oh, South Florida. Oh, yeah, that's rich. South Florida, the famous breeding ground for horror fans.
And that brings us to our final house. Blood Moon Dark Offerings.
In a colonial era village, moon worshippers witness a blood moon at their fall festival. They take it as a sign to hunt down any non-followers, including you and your Scream Squad.
Ugh. I haven't got a Scream Squad.
I literally hate that term so much.
I think
You've
most
got a
people
Scream
do.
Squad.
It's terrible. It is
Brian
terrible.
is your Scream Squad.
Yeah, I'd rather have the other thing I showed you guys before, the fog slut. But
I think I missed that.
I sent we'll talk later.
A fog slut in the whorehouse.
Depends.
I saw
Little
that.
pins.
What is going on right now?
I don't know. We deviated. Go back.
So Lee, where do you have Blood Moon Dark Offerings?
I have this at my number 10. Yeah.
Number 10.
Yeah. I've come to the realization over the last 3 months of looking at the Horror Nights announcements and realizing I like houses based on more supernatural things, more sort of creature-based things, whereas real people just killing people, that happens in real life. We can just watch the news for that.
Amen.
There's nothing.
You're not wrong.
There's nothing about this. Like, I'm not saying it won't be good. It feels kind of like Chupacabra without the Chupacabra, which, if aesthetic-wise, if it kind of is similar to that, but obviously like colonial era village, it could be very good. It just, I don't know. It's something about the whole blood moon cultist thing doesn't quite hit for me.
That is super low. It's as low as it gets.
Yeah, because that was the only spot I had left.
So what about you, Chris? What do you think about Blood Moon Dark Offerings?
Number 1, all the way. All the way.
Well, I can see what you've got left, so I know exactly where you've got it.
Yeah, number 10. I've mentioned this before. It's reading through the story. I got to hear the podcast if they did one from
It won't
Discovery
change
Universal.
your
They
mind.
did. Yeah.
They did.
I'll listen to it to see, but like I said before, I'm just a little jaded from last year. It for some reason my brain keeps on going to Spirits of the Coven. I was super excited about that, and then it was just terrible. I don't know why this reminds me of that. I know it's not
I get it.
witches
No,
and
I
stuff
get
like
it.
that.
Yeah.
There's just something about it, and even now listening to what Lee was saying, I agree with him. Like, it doesn't, moon worshippers, got it, cool. They kill people, drink blood. I'd rather have like a monster or a beast or something in there. So number 10, I hope I'm wrong. I hope it's fantastic, but I'm not putting my expectations there.
The problem is, if it is fantastic, then something else that you expect to be better is going to be worse than you think it's going to be, and that's the problem.
Or they're all going to be fantastic.
Oh, but there is that.
Well,
So what do you think, Michelle?
I've got it pretty low too. This is number 9 for me. A little bit higher than the Music House, just because with the Darkest Steel, I just really don't know how they're going to do it. Blood Moon Dark Offerings, kind of similar to them. Like, it's just people. It's that doesn't really seem super scary to me. And I just can't picture it. I don't know why. I just cannot picture how they're going to do this house. And I hope it doesn't, like Chris said, I hope it doesn't end up as this year's Coven, because that was so terribly disappointing.
Yep.
Yeah, I heard you guys talking about Coven last year, and it did sound like I think I remember that some of you all were pretty excited about it, and then it was just like a total letdown.
Yeah,
so
I think we
that
all
does
were.
suck.
I think we were all
I think it was
pretty excited
number
for it.
1.
Yeah.
It was.
If I had any perspective of previous years, and the like you guys have mentioned a lot of fear of disappointment in various things, so you've kind of ranked things based on that. And I guess I'm fortunate or unfortunate or whatever that I don't have any of that preconceived notion. So I'm going to bring it up here with Blood Moon Dark Offerings, because I rated it number 4 on my list. And part of that is because I did listen to the Discover Universal's podcast, and I totally bought in. Like, the story was so much fun to listen to. It was probably the first one I listened to, and I've been trying to get excited about Halloween Horror Nights and trying to be like, okay, what's going to be great about this? And listening to these stories read out in script form has been really fun for me. One thing I'm looking forward to that I think would be really cool in the house is if there is a gigantic red moon. I would love to see that. Like, if there's a room that has a big ass red moon in it, that would be cool.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think colonial like village people are terrifying. Like, I love movies about colonial village people that just go crazy and do stupid things and kill everybody. I'm looking forward to seeing piles of bodies, like just all of these normal people that just got killed by crazy people that should have
That's the
known
spirit.
not to be crazy.
I know. She just jumped right in, didn't she?
Yeah, I just love it. I think it's going to be awesome. And
No.
I'm just totally into this story.
Leave the devil out of it for
I was
Laura, but
just gonna
she's
say that.
good with piles of bodies, buddy.
Not a devil guy, but I would love to see a pile of a town.
Piles of bodies, bring them on.
all
throw
killed
me
by
in
a
'em.
baby Yeti.
Yes. Oh, that's great.
So I'm just looking back
Yeah.
at our hype list from last year. I haven't got mine, but I've got your 3. And talking about Coven, Tracy had it at 3, Chris had it at 4, and Michelle, you had it at number 1. So like everyone
Yeah.
had it pretty high.
I love witch stories. I love them. And when this was just a speculated house, I was really, really hoping that it was like a twist on the Salem witch trials, where like the witches have turned, on the villagers and are getting their revenge. I think that would have been really cool. But the moon worshippers,
Well, when I heard about this house and they were like, it's moon worshippers, whatever, I was not enthused. But like, they made a story out of it on the Discover Universal podcast. And, it's like, it just makes it more human. And I can picture what this is like. And it puts me in the environment, because I imagine myself in these people's shoes. And then to show up and see everybody being murdered, it's just going to be really fun. Really super fun.
Awesome, yeah. Murder.
Super
it's
fun.
gonna be
dead
really
bodies.
fun.
All performed by the village,
Trace-
murdered village people.
Yeah.
You're going to
Super
kill
fun.
village people?
That's what she said. She said something about murder village people, and all I could picture is like YMCA, murder,
Murder.
death, kill.
YMC murder.
Yep.
So Tracy was right with you guys. She had this one at number 9.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
surprise me.
Group consensus.
Yeah.
So Lee, you never buy Express Pass.
Nope.
Why? How come?
Well, a one-eyed man is much more incomplete than a blind man, for he knows what he is lacking.
That was
Wiser
deep.
words have never been said.
I am more excited about doing our actual lists than I think I ever have been at this point, because our hype lists are all over the place.
Yes. But I think
Very
we all
much.
can agree that it's a strong year.
Without a doubt.
This
I
one is a
think so.
strong year
Yes.
for sure.
Can we just quickly go through like our entire list, each one?
I've got them written down in front of me if you want to do them.
Thank you, God.
So I had 10 to 1, Blood Moon, Exorcist, Darkest Deal, Chucky, Oddfellows, Dueling Dragons, Stranger Things, Monsters, The Last of Us, and Yeti. Michelle had, again, 10 to 1, Darkest Deal, Blood Moon, Yeti, Chucky, Dr. Oddfellow, Exorcist, Monsters, The Last of Us, Stranger Things, and Dueling Dragons. Laura had The Darkest Deal, Chucky, Exorcist, Dueling Dragons, Yeti, Monsters, Blood Moon, Oddfellows, The Last of Us, and Stranger Things. Chris had Blood Moon, Monsters, Exorcist, Chucky, Darkest Deal, Yeti, Dueling Dragons, Stranger Things, Oddfellows, and The Last of Us. Tracy had The Darkest Deal, Blood Moon, Oddfellows, Monsters, Stranger Things, Dueling Dragons, Chucky, Yeti, The Exorcist, and The Last of Us.
Wow, those are so different.
Yes. Apart from a few, I think like Blood Moon and The Darkest Deal, for the most part, everyone's got fairly low apart from Chris. The Last of Us, everyone's got it fairly high up.
That's interesting. I mean, usually like our top 5 are interchangeable,
Yeah.
but this time they're all over
Yeah.
the place.
I feel like as a group, me, you, Tracy, and Chris, we're a fairly in sync with what we're looking forward to. There'll be the odd one in there that's a bit of a curveball, but as a rule, we're usually excited for the same things. Not this year.
That's
Yeah.
so interesting.
And,
Awesome.
and I think it's interesting to note that you guys have some things ranked a little bit low just because you hope that they will be great,
Yeah.
but you're afraid they might not be as great as you
Yeah.
hope.
We're setting
To be
ourselves
fair.
up. We're setting ourselves up for failure here, guys.
That's what I mean. I'm
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
jealous.
you're protecting yourselves.
Yeah.
So jealous of Brian and Laura getting to go for the first time with no expectations, no, and like kind of anticipation as much as you could possibly get, having never been, and just
Also, the other thing is going I don't know how common this is, but going for the first time, it's going to be an RIP tour. Like that just sets the bar so high for them of like what you're getting.
Yeah, it's going to be funny because we have the regular, the average people's night, Saturday night, where Zine and Maddie
The
aren't
sweaty
even going to
masses.
have express passes compared to our RIP night the next night. So we'll
Were you
have a
trying-
couple of episodes.
Were you trying to find a word for not one percenters? Is that what we're?
Well,
No,
no, I was
I
just
was-
going to say for
What did
Brian.
you called them the unwashed masses?
Yeah.
That's what it was.
We get to
Comparing
wave.
the
We get to
unwashed-
wave. We get to wave down at them.
Oh, yes.
On Sunday during our RIP tour. You'll see.
I know,
Yeah.
Laura. I almost want to convince you guys, you and Brian, and your son, to do the opening ceremonies instead of Stay and Scream, just because that is such a pivotal memory in my head from the very first time I went. Was being at those gates, seeing the fog
Set the
start,
tone.
hearing the music, and I had the biggest butterflies in my stomach, and I started to hear the chainsaws, and I was like, oh my God, here we go. Like, it was such a moment that I will never forget. And if I could live that butterfly feeling again in that moment, I would.
Yeah, we'll have to check that out.
It's
See if we can do it.
Yeah, you won't get that from doing a Stay and Scream. at all.
We'll definitely have a couple of episodes on the Universal Family Podcast after all this, where we're going to have to talk about what it's all like, from that kind of experience to the unwashed masses experience the zine will have to the super high level VIP experience. It's going to be pretty cool.
Yep.
Cool. That's gonna be almost wrapping us up for this 9-hour episode about Horror Nights. But there's one thing though that's not here that never happens. So this is great. Universal drops a bit of news while we're recording,
Okay.
and we get to talk about it. Something you won't care as much about, but I do.
Oh,
Revenge of the Dead Coconut
Oh,
Club
yes.
in 3D.
yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I saw that
There-
today. Yeah.
Yeah, the frightful fiends of Monstergram Pictures have completed their latest B-movie epic, Target Planet Coconut, and they are premiering it at the one and only Dead Coconut Club. If you visited the All Hallows Eve boutique at Islands of Adventure during the summer, you'd recognize that this continues the story of the Universal monsters filming their B-movies.
And then-
Universal pass holders
Yep.
will be amongst the first to experience Revenge of the Dead Coconut Club in 3D on August 31st from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. It is a family-friendly event with previews of spooky performances, a live DJ, and theme mocktails and cocktails. Must be 21 and over to purchase. I'm assuming the cocktails and not the mocktails.
Yeah.
Revenge of the Dead Coconut Club is expected to be open on select dates and times this fall during Halloween Horror Nights 32. More information should be released soon.
I know we'll all be August 31st.
Yeah, Tracy and I are booked into Vivo at 8 o'clock that night, so we can get a couple of hours in there.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited. I like this in 3D thing. I wonder if they're going to actually play into that.
Oh, yeah, actually do the chromoscope and give you the
Yeah,
glasses
'cause
going in. That would be
from what
cool.
It says here they've completed their latest B-movie epic. I want them to be playing this B-movie epic on the screen somewhere.
Oh, that would be
like-
awesome, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Because we never got to go in last year because it's only open on Horror Nights nights, and at Horror Nights nights, I'm in the park.
Well, dude, now they got you. You're there on the 31st.
Awesome.
Cool. Yay.
Yeah.
You guys can hang out with me and then go to your date.
Oh.
Aw.
You
All right,
Have we can have drinks as a throuple, and then you can have dinner as a couple.
If I was there early enough, we can be a couple.
A quapple.
A sync couple.
A
I mean, Alexa would
quartet.
be there too.
That's true. We got to figure out these words. All right, cool. Let's wrap this thing up. Before we do, Laura, thank you very much for joining us and filling in for Tracy. Before we end this off, would you like to plug your podcast
Yeah.
and where they can find you?
Thank you, Chris. And thanks, Lee and Michelle
Of course.
and Tracy for being absent so that I could be a part of this podcast. I've really enjoyed recording with you guys. It's been really fun. You can catch me and my family on the Universal Family Podcast. We put out podcasts every Tuesday. No, we put
Thursday.
podcasts out every Thursday.
We put them out every Tuesday.
Yeah, I get us confused.
It's definitely worth a listen. I love the Universal Family Podcast. And I'm not saying that because Brian and Laura are very good friends of ours. I genuinely do enjoy it. I enjoyed it before we became friends.
Yeah, we probably wouldn't have become friends if you didn't like it, because you would have been like, these prats, you know, I'm not going to hang out with them.
Why do they want to come to our event? They need to go away.
Yeah, go give them a listen. You'll learn all about the Coopers and their 2 kids and their young baby. So,
we have no baby.
I know what you're talking about, Chris.
Yet they have a stroller.
All right. Well, that is going to end another podcast. And we will do so with another Universal Is. And this week comes from Cody Weinkamp. And Cody says, Universal is everything you need. Talk to you next time.
That was another episode of the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast, the best and only podcast about Universal Orlando on the island. Check us out on social media on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Pinterest. Just search UUO Podcast. For all the podcasts, news, and articles, check out our blog at uuopodcast.com. Contact us at podcast@uuopodcast.com. Join the Producers Club by emailing us at uuopproducers@gmail.com. Listen and subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and everywhere else podcasts are found. Check out our friends, the Theme Park Duo, for all your other theme park news, and email Michelle at portkeyvacations.net to book your next trip. So until next time, this is Amity 6, call off the Marines, we're coming home.